What if I told you that there's a tiny, forgotten fruit seed, something you could easily hold in the palm of your hand, that could help reignite the same energy, confidence, and strength you had in your 20s and 30s? And what if you could start feeling these changes in as little as 60 seconds a day, using nothing more than a natural food you can find at any grocery store? Sounds impossible, right? I get it. For most men over 50, the idea of regaining real, lasting energy without another prescription or expensive supplement feels like a distant fantasy. Maybe you've tried energy drinks, miracle pills, or even the latest health fads that promise everything but deliver nothing. Maybe you've started each new year with hope, only to find yourself more tired, less motivated, and wondering if it's just the reality of getting older. But here's the truth. The reason your energy and drive seem to fade after 50 isn't just aging, it's not your fault, and it's not something you simply have to accept. In fact, the real problem and the solution might be hiding in a simple seed that most people throw away or ignore. Throughout history, different cultures have prized certain seeds as the secret to men's vitality and longevity. Warriors would chew them before battle. Kings would demand them in their diets. Yet somewhere along the way, as fast food and convenience became king, we lost touch with these ancient wisdoms. Modern medicine, focused on quick fixes and symptom chasing, rarely stops to ask, what did our ancestors know that we have forgotten? In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the story and the science behind this remarkable fruit seed. I'll show you what makes it so powerful for men over 50. I'll give you the exact step-by-step method for using it. And I'll even show you what kind of results you can expect in your first 7, 14, and 30 days. But before we get into the how, let me ask you, are you ready to reclaim your energy, your confidence, and the feeling of being fully alive? Are you ready to stop settling for good enough and discover what your body is truly capable of, naturally? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change the way you think about aging, and it could be the first step toward a stronger, more energetic, and more confident you. Let's get started. Let me tell you a story that might sound a little familiar. A few years ago, I met a man named James. He was 57, a respected professional, father of 3, and a man who had always prided himself on his work ethic and reliability. But when he came to me, he didn't want to talk about his job or his achievements. He wanted to talk about something he'd never really shared with anyone before. He leaned forward, almost embarrassed, and said, "I just don't feel like myself anymore." He explained that over the past few years, something had changed. He wasn't bouncing out of bed in the mornings the way he used to. His motivation was low. He'd get home from work, and instead of playing with his grandkids or spending time with his wife, he'd collapse into his favorite chair, exhausted. Weekends, once spent outdoors or fixing up the house, were now spent just trying to catch up on rest. I thought it was normal, he told me, just part of getting older, but it feels like something important is missing. His eyes got a little glassy. I miss feeling alive. Maybe you know that feeling. Maybe you felt your spark slipping away too, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You remember a time when you were unstoppable, when your energy seemed endless. But now, everything feels just a little harder. You want to do more, but your body and mind keep asking for less. And if you're like most men, you've tried to fix it. You've downed cups of coffee or cans of energy drinks just to get through the day. You've bought vitamins that made big promises. Maybe you've even gone online and clicked on ads for men's boosters or the latest trending superfood. And for a while, some of these things might give you a little boost. But then, the crash hits, and you're right back where you started, or worse, you start to believe that maybe this is just the way things have to be. James told me that he felt like he was letting down the people who depended on him. He was worried about his relationship with his wife, too. Intimacy was becoming less frequent, not because he didn't want to connect, but because he just didn't have the energy or confidence anymore. He felt invisible, at home, at work, even to himself. It's a story I've heard from countless men. Some blame themselves, thinking they're just not trying hard enough. Others feel angry or ashamed. But the truth is, millions of men over 50 experience these same struggles. You're not alone. and you're definitely not broken. What if, instead of blaming yourself or accepting a slow decline, there was a different way? What if a simple, natural solution could help you feel more energetic, more confident, and more like yourself again? James asked me that very question, and that's where our journey together really began, because it was his story, and stories like his, that set me on a path to rediscover an ancient, forgotten solution, a solution that changed James's life, and could change yours too. In a moment, I'll introduce myself and explain why I'm so passionate about helping men like you reclaim their spark. But first, just know this. Your story doesn't have to end here. You can write a new chapter, starting today. You might be wondering why I care so deeply about this subject, or why you should even listen to me. So let me take a moment to introduce myself and tell you why helping men like you reclaim their energy, confidence, and vitality isn't just my profession. It's my mission. My name is Adam. For over 59 years, I've worked as a wellness expert. Choose what fits? Dedicating my career to supporting men in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. I've seen firsthand how many men just like you quietly struggle with fatigue, low motivation, and a sense that life is slipping by a little too fast. But my passion for this topic isn't only professional, it's deeply personal. I come from a long line of hardworking men, fathers, uncles, grandfathers, who took pride in providing for their families, who lived life with energy and purpose. Yet I watched as, year after year, many of them lost their spark. Not because they wanted to, but because no one ever told them there were real solutions out there, beyond the usual pills and empty promises. Maybe, like them, you've felt the pressure to just man up and push through. Maybe you've been told it's normal to slow down, to get tired, to accept less from life as you get older. I've made it my mission to challenge that idea, to help men discover that there are natural, science-backed ways to feel strong, present, and fully alive at any age. I've spent years researching, testing, and working with real men, hearing their struggles, and guiding them back to their best selves. My approach isn't about hype or quick fixes. It's about honoring the wisdom of nature, blending it with modern science, and creating practical steps any man can follow, starting today. I'm not here to sell you a miracle or promise you overnight results. I'm here as your guide, your coach, and maybe even your advocate, because I know what's possible when you give your body and mind the right support. If you're ready to stop settling and start living with real energy and confidence again, I'm here to help you every step of the way. Let's dive into why men actually lose energy after 50 and how you can begin to change your story, starting with something as simple as a forgotten fruit seed. So, why does it seem like men over 50 suddenly start to lose their energy, drive, and even that sense of vitality that once came so easily? If you've been feeling more tired, less motivated, or simply not yourself, you're not alone, and there's a real reason for it. Let's break it down honestly. For decades, we're told that slowing down is just a natural part of getting older, something every man has to accept. But the truth is more complicated and much more hopeful. As we age, a few important changes start happening inside our bodies. Some of these changes are subtle at first, but over time, they add up and start affecting almost every aspect of your life. Hormonal changes. First, your body's natural production of testosterone begins to drop. Testosterone is more than just a manly hormone. It's responsible for your energy, drive, muscle strength, mood, and even mental sharpness. Studies show that starting around age 30, men's testosterone levels decrease by about 1% each year. By the time you're 50 or 60, that's a significant difference. You may notice it's harder to build or keep muscle. You feel tired even after a full night's sleep. Your mood isn't as stable or motivated as it used to be. Blood flow and circulation. Another hidden problem is circulation. Over time, the blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body, including your muscles, brain, and yes, your reproductive organs, can become stiff and less efficient. This is partly due to normal aging, but also a result of modern lifestyles, stress, processed foods, lack of movement, and even subtle inflammation inside your body. Reduced blood flow means less oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles and organs. Your heart and brain have to work harder just to keep up. Physical performance, mental clarity, and even intimacy can all suffer. Oxidative stress and inflammation. There's also something called oxidative stress, a fancy way of saying your cells get rusty from the inside out. Everyday life exposes you to stress, pollution, toxins, processed food, and lack of sleep. These factors create tiny amounts of damage to your cells. Over time, this damage builds up, leading to chronic inflammation, a silent, slow burn inside your body that drains your energy, weakens your immune system, and accelerates aging. Why quick fixes don't work with all these changes happening, it's no wonder so many men start searching for solutions. But here's the catch. Most of the popular fixes only treat the symptoms, not the root causes. Energy drinks? They just give you a temporary buzz, then leave you more drained than before. Supplements and pills? Many are filled with empty promises, unproven ingredients, or worse, chemicals that can do more harm than good. Even extreme diets or workout plans might help for a short while, but if they don't address the deeper issues, hormones, blood flow, inflammation, they simply can't restore the energy and confidence you deserve. A different approach. The truth is, you don't have to settle for less just because you've reached a certain age. Science now understands that the body is always looking for ways to repair and rejuvenate itself, if you give it the right tools. That means nourishing your body with specific nutrients, supporting healthy blood flow, balancing hormones naturally, and fighting inflammation from the inside out. This is where the forgotten fruit seed comes in. Unlike the Band-Aid solutions that offer quick highs and fast crashes, this natural powerhouse works at the deepest levels to support your body's own renewal systems. In the next section, I'll share how I discovered this overlooked secret and why ancient cultures knew about it long before modern science caught up. Let me take you back to the moment when everything changed for me, and for many of the men I work with. As your role, health coach, nutritionist, etc., I'd spent years searching for answers. I'd seen countless men, like James, struggle despite doing everything right. The more I listened to their stories, the more determined I became to find a real, natural solution. Not another quick fix. One evening, after another long day, I sat down with a stack of old medical journals, traditional health books, and research papers from around the world. I was looking for patterns, for something that had been overlooked by modern medicine but perhaps was once well known. As I flipped through the pages, a recurring theme caught my eye: the use of certain seeds in ancient cultures. I read about warriors in the Middle East and Asia who would chew these seeds before heading into battle. I found accounts of healers recommending them to kings who wanted to maintain their strength and stamina as they aged. These seeds appeared in old Ayurvedic texts from India, ancient Greek writings, and even traditional Chinese medicine. Across centuries and continents, one truth was clear: these tiny seeds were valued as potent sources of vitality, energy, and male health. But why did we forget about them? In today's world, convenience has taken over. Fast food, processed snacks, and artificial supplements have crowded out the natural remedies our ancestors depended on. The focus has shifted to quick solutions, instant energy, and synthetic pills. Somewhere along the way, the humble fruit seed was lost in the noise. It was a simple question that set me on the path to rediscovery. If these seeds were so powerful and so respected in the past, what's actually inside them? The answer, I soon learned, was remarkable. These fruit seeds, particularly, choose one, pumpkin seeds, pomegranate seeds, or watermelon seeds, are nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with key minerals like magnesium and zinc, essential for supporting testosterone and energy. They contain antioxidants that fight oxidative stress and inflammation, helping your body recover from years of cellular wear and tear. And many contain natural compounds that improve blood flow, keep your heart strong, and support sharper mental focus. But the best part? You don't need to travel to some distant land or spend a fortune on exotic supplements. The right seeds are available in any grocery store or market, affordable and accessible for everyone. Still, I was skeptical, so I started with myself. I committed to adding a serving of these seeds to my own daily routine, just a small handful each morning. Within a week, I noticed I was waking up with more energy and less brain fog. By the second week, my workouts felt easier and my mood was brighter. Soon I was recommending the same to my clients, carefully tracking their progress. One by one, the stories started coming in. I have more stamina at work and at home. My sleep is deeper, and I wake up refreshed. I feel like I did 10 years ago. This wasn't a miracle or magic. It was science, rediscovered. Ancient wisdom proven by modern results. So why has modern medicine ignored these seeds for so long? Partly it's because pharmaceutical companies can't patent a natural food, and there's little profit in simple, accessible solutions. But now, with new research, the secrets of these seeds are finally coming to light. In the next section, I'll show you exactly what modern science has found, how these seeds work inside your body, why they're so effective for men over 50, and what makes them superior to many expensive supplements or medications. Get ready to discover the real power of the forgotten fruit seed. So, what does modern science say about these powerful, forgotten fruit seeds? For the sake of this script, let's focus on one of the most accessible and well-studied examples: pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas. If you prefer a different seed, such as pomegranate or watermelon seeds, just let me know, and I'll tailor the science accordingly. Nutrient powerhouse, backed by research. Recent studies have confirmed what ancient cultures intuitively understood. Pumpkin seeds are a nutritional goldmine, especially for men over 50. They are loaded with magnesium, zinc, iron, and healthy fats, each playing a crucial role in supporting energy, hormone balance, and overall vitality. Zinc. This mineral is essential for healthy testosterone levels. Research has shown that men who are low in zinc are more likely to experience low energy, reduced strength, and even trouble with intimacy. Just a small daily serving of pumpkin seeds can provide a significant portion of your daily zinc needs. Magnesium, known as the relaxation mineral. Magnesium supports healthy nerve function, better sleep, heart health, and muscle recovery. As men age, magnesium deficiency becomes more common, leading to fatigue, brain fog, and even higher risk for chronic illness. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best natural sources. Healthy fats and antioxidants. Pumpkin seeds contain powerful plant compounds, antioxidants, that protect your cells from oxidative stress and inflammation, two major factors in aging and low energy. Scientific evidence for men's health. A growing body of scientific research supports the specific benefits of pumpkin seeds for men over 50, testosterone, and prostate health. Several studies have linked regular pumpkin seed consumption to healthier testosterone levels, improved mood, and better reproductive health. One clinical study found that men who included pumpkin seeds in their daily diet showed improvements in testosterone balance and prostate function, two issues that become more important as men age. Energy and stamina. Because of their unique blend of minerals and healthy fats, pumpkin seeds help stabilize blood sugar, support muscle recovery, and prevent the energy crashes that come from processed snacks or sugary drinks. Men who add them to their routine often report more steady energy throughout the day and improved physical performance, both at work and during exercise. Heart and circulation. Pumpkin seeds are rich in heart-healthy fats and compounds that help keep blood vessels flexible and healthy. This means better blood flow to every part of your body, including muscles and the brain, translating to sharper focus, stronger workouts, and even improved intimacy. Why not just take a supplement? It's a common question. Why not just buy a multivitamin or testosterone pill? The answer is simple. Nature designed foods like pumpkin seeds to work in harmony with your body. They provide a combination of nutrients, antioxidants, and plant compounds that pills just can't replicate. Plus, pumpkin seeds are safe, inexpensive, and have almost no side effects for most people. Pumpkin seeds versus common quick fixes. Energy drinks and stimulant supplements might give you a short-term boost, but they often leave you feeling worse later and do nothing to address the root causes of low energy. Pumpkin seeds, on the other hand, work with your body to support long-term vitality, not just a temporary rush. In the next section, I'll share real-life stories, how ordinary men have reclaimed their energy and confidence by adding this simple, forgotten seed to their daily routine. These are not just numbers on a page, but true transformations you can relate to. It's one thing to talk about science and ancient wisdom, but what really matters is what happens in real life. When everyday men like you decide to make a simple change, that's where the real magic happens. Let me share a few stories from men who have reclaimed their spark by adding pumpkin seeds to their daily routine. Their experiences are different, but their results have one thing in common: Real, lasting change that goes far beyond what any energy drink or trendy supplement ever delivered. Case study number 1. Brian, age 62, rediscovering morning energy. Brian, a retired teacher from Lahore, reached out to me after months of feeling sluggish and tired. He described how mornings had become a struggle. He'd hit snooze 3 or 4 times before dragging himself out of bed. He'd lost interest in the small joys of life, morning walks, reading the newspaper, even joking with his grandkids. After hearing about the benefits of pumpkin seeds, Brian decided to give them a try. He committed to eating a small handful every morning with his breakfast. Within a week, he sent me a message. For the first time in years, I woke up before my alarm. I didn't feel groggy. I actually felt ready for the day. My wife even noticed I seemed happier in the mornings. It's like my engine finally started working again. By the end of the month, Brian's mood and energy had become consistent. He said he felt more like himself, more motivated, more alive. Case study number 2. Andrew, age 55, overcoming the afternoon crash. Andrew works long hours at an office job. He's always been the dependable type. But as he passed 50, he found himself fighting a losing battle with the afternoon slump. Around 3 p.m., he'd reach for another cup of coffee just to stay awake. The problem was, the caffeine only made him jittery, and he'd crash again by evening. I suggested he swap his afternoon snack for a mix of pumpkin seeds and a piece of fruit. At first, he was skeptical. How could something so simple make a difference? But after 2 weeks, he noticed he wasn't reaching for coffee anymore. I just felt steady all day, he told me. My brain stayed sharp, and when I got home, I still had energy left for my family. Even my wife noticed I was more present in the evenings. That, for me, was huge. Case study number 3. John, age 64, restoring confidence and connection. John's story is especially powerful. Like many men, he'd noticed changes not just in his energy, but in his relationship with his wife. I felt distant, he admitted, not just emotionally, but physically, too. He'd tried vitamins and even talked to his doctor, but nothing really changed. At my suggestion, John added pumpkin seeds to his diet, not as a magic pill, but as a small daily habit. Within the first 2 weeks, he noticed his sleep improved. He started waking up with more motivation, and soon he and his wife found themselves reconnecting, sharing laughter and intimacy that had been missing for years. It wasn't just about energy, John said. It was about feeling like myself again, like I could show up for my partner and for life. These stories, and dozens more like them, show that real transformation doesn't come from extreme measures or expensive supplements. It comes from nourishing your body day after day with what it truly needs. If you've ever doubted that something as simple as a seed could make a difference, just look at these men. They started where you are right now, tired, skeptical, but willing to try something new. Now, it's your turn. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to use pumpkin seeds for the best results. The practical 60-second daily method that has worked for so many men just like you. By now, you've seen the science and heard the stories. But you might be wondering, how exactly do I get started? How do I use pumpkin seeds in a way that's simple, effective, and actually fits into my life? The answer is refreshingly straightforward. You don't need to buy fancy powders, capsules, or exotic imports. The beauty of this method is in its simplicity and the fact that it takes just 60 seconds a day. Step 1. Where to get pumpkin seeds. You can find pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, at almost any grocery store, dry fruit shop, or supermarket. For best results, look for raw, unsalted, and preferably organic pumpkin seeds. Avoid those that are roasted with a lot of oil or salt. Natural is best for daily health. If you buy in bulk, keep your seeds in an airtight jar or container in a cool, dry place. They'll stay fresh for weeks. Step 2. The perfect daily serving. The recommended daily amount for most men is 1 small handful, or about 1 to 2 tablespoons, 15 to 30 grams per day. This is enough to provide a meaningful boost in minerals like magnesium and zinc without adding too many extra calories. You don't need to overthink it. Just grab a small scoop in the morning, afternoon, or whenever fits your routine. Step 3. The 60-second ritual. The best way to use pumpkin seeds is to make them a quick, enjoyable ritual, a habit you look forward to. Here are a few ideas. Chew them slowly. Place the seeds in your mouth and chew thoroughly. This not only helps with digestion, but also signals your body that it's time for nourishment. Add to your breakfast. Sprinkle on top of oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. Midday snack, combine with a piece of fruit for balanced, steady energy. Evening wind down. Some men find taking seeds before bed supports better sleep thanks to the magnesium content. What's most important is consistency. Make this a part of your daily rhythm, just like brushing your teeth. It only takes a minute, but the benefits add up over days and weeks. Step 4. What not to do. Don't skip days. Regularity is key for lasting results. Don't rely on pumpkin seeds alone. While powerful, they work best as part of a healthy lifestyle. Stay hydrated, get enough sleep, and move your body regularly. Don't expect instant miracles. Some men notice changes within a few days, others take a few weeks. Stick with it and trust the process. Step 5. Make it yours. If you like, experiment with adding pumpkin seeds to your favorite recipes, salads, soups, even homemade energy bars. The goal is to make this simple seed a natural, effortless part of your day. Remember, transformation doesn't require drastic measures. Sometimes all it takes is one small, wise step, repeated daily. In the next section, I'll show you what you can expect as you stick to this daily seed habit, how the benefits unfold over your first week, 2 weeks, and the first month. Get ready to track your progress and enjoy the changes. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how soon will I actually notice a difference? It's a fair question, and the good news is, while every man's body is unique, there's a typical timeline of benefits that many men experience when they add pumpkin seeds to their daily routine. Days 1 through 7. The foundation. In the first week, the changes may be subtle, but they are real. Most men start to notice a gentle lift in their energy. The usual mid-morning or afternoon slump may begin to fade. Thanks to the magnesium, some men also report sleeping more soundly and waking up a bit more refreshed. If you've been dealing with mood swings or irritability, the natural plant compounds in pumpkin seeds can help stabilize your mind and make stress feel just a little more manageable. Days 8 to 14. Feeling the shift. As you move into the second week, things pick up. Many men describe clearer thinking, more motivation to tackle the day, and a new steadiness in their mood. You might realize you're no longer craving as much coffee or sugar just to get through work. Some men even begin to notice physical benefits, slightly easier workouts, improved stamina, and even better intimacy with their partners. Your body is responding as it finally gets the minerals and nutrients it's needed for years. Days 15 to 30. Real transformation. By the third and fourth week, the results can be truly impressive. Sleep becomes consistently deep, and waking up is no longer a struggle. Your confidence returns, not just because you feel better physically, but because you know you're taking charge of your health in a real, natural way. Many men notice stronger muscles, fewer aches and pains, and an all-around sense of, I can do this. It's common to feel more present for your family and friends, more engaged in your hobbies, and more optimistic about the future. Beyond 30 days, lasting benefits. Remember, pumpkin seeds aren't a magic pill. They're a foundation for lasting change. The longer you keep up this daily habit, the more these benefits compound. Your heart, mind, and hormones get stronger with every week. Tracking your results can help. Jot down notes about your energy, sleep, mood, and even relationships. You'll likely be surprised at just how far you've come in just a month. Bottom line, give yourself at least 30 days with this new habit. Trust your body, be consistent, and let the transformation speak for itself. The best version of you is not a memory, it's just a head waiting to be rediscovered. In the next section, we'll talk about motivation, how to stay inspired, keep going, and truly own your journey back to energy and confidence. Let's pause for a moment. By now, you've heard the science, the stories, and the simple method. But here's something just as important as any nutrition tip or daily ritual: your belief in yourself. If you're like most men, you may have spent years feeling frustrated, even a little ashamed, about slowing down. Maybe you've been quietly battling doubts, wondering if your best days are behind you, if your energy, drive, or confidence are gone for good. Maybe you've compared yourself to the man you used to be and felt a sense of loss. But the truth is, you are not broken. You are not too old. And you certainly don't have to settle for a life of fatigue and frustration. The body is amazingly resilient, even after years, decades sometimes, of neglect or simply the wear and tear of life. It knows how to heal and respond when given the right support. It's not about chasing youth, it's about reconnecting to the strength and spirit you already have within. Every man's journey is unique, and yes, there will be ups and downs. But you are capable of incredible change. You can choose today to stop seeing your energy as something that's slipping away and start seeing it as something you can nurture and rebuild. And it doesn't require superhuman discipline or radical overhauls. It starts with one simple decision, 1 minute a day, a handful of seeds, a commitment to yourself. Remember, you are showing up for your health, your relationships, your passions, and your future. Your family and friends deserve the best version of you, and so do you. So, as you begin this journey, be patient and be proud. Each small step is an act of self-respect, a signal to your body and mind that you're ready to reclaim your spark. Your story isn't finished. In fact, some of the best chapters may still be ahead. In the next section, I'll give you some practical next steps. How to get started today, track your progress, and become part of a community of men reclaiming their energy, one simple habit at a time. You've learned the history, the science, and the method. Now, it's time to take that first step and see what's possible for you. Here's what I encourage you to do right now. Pick up a bag of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds, either from your local store or online. Keep them somewhere you'll see them every day, like your kitchen counter or desk. Commit to the 60-second daily habit for the next 30 days. Just one small handful a day. No more, no less. Track your results. Take a few notes at the end of each week. How's your energy, sleep, mood, confidence? Even the smallest changes can add up. I'd love to hear how this journey goes for you. If you're ready to try the forgotten fruit seed and reclaim your energy, leave a comment below saying, "I'm in." Or, if you've already started, share your story. Your experience could inspire another man to take his first step. Don't forget to subscribe for more natural health tips, real men's stories, and practical steps for living with confidence and strength at any age. And if you have questions or want a deeper guide, maybe a printable checklist or a full meal plan, let me know in the comments. I'm here to help. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. You're part of a growing community of men who are saying yes to a stronger, more energetic future. Let's take this journey together. I know you might still have some questions or concerns before you start. That's perfectly normal. Here are some of the most common questions men ask about using pumpkin seeds for energy and vitality. Q1. Are there any side effects from eating pumpkin seeds daily? For most people, pumpkin seeds are extremely safe. They're a natural food, not a medicine. In rare cases, some people with very sensitive stomachs may notice mild bloating if they eat too many. Start with a small handful, about 1 to 2 tablespoons, and see how you feel. If you have a history of allergies to seeds or nuts, speak with your doctor first. Q2. Can I eat pumpkin seeds if I'm taking other medications? Pumpkin seeds are generally safe and don't interact with most medications. However, if you're taking blood thinners or have a serious medical condition, it's always smart to check with your doctor before making changes to your diet. Q3. What if I don't like the taste of pumpkin seeds? You don't have to eat them plain. Try sprinkling pumpkin seeds on oatmeal, yogurt, salads, or blending them into smoothies. Toasting them lightly can also enhance their flavor. Q4. Can women use this method too? Absolutely. While this guide is focused on men's health, pumpkin seeds are a nutrient powerhouse for everyone. They support heart health, hormone balance, and energy for both men and women. Q5. How should I store pumpkin seeds? Keep your seeds in an airtight container, in a cool, dry place away from sunlight. For longer shelf life, you can store them in the refrigerator. Properly stored, they'll stay fresh for weeks. Q6. Are there other seeds that have similar benefits? Yes. Sunflower seeds, watermelon seeds, and even chia seeds offer unique health benefits. However, pumpkin seeds are especially high in zinc and magnesium, making them a top choice for men's energy and hormonal health. Q7. What if I have a nut allergy? Pumpkin seeds are actually not tree nuts. They're seeds. Most people with nut allergies can eat pumpkin seeds safely, but if you have any doubt or have had reactions before, consult your doctor before trying. Q8. Can I eat more than one handful a day? A moderate amount, 1 to 2 tablespoons, is plenty for most people. Eating a lot more isn't necessarily better. Remember, balance is key. Pumpkin seeds are healthy, but they're also calorie dense. If you have more questions or want to share your own results, leave a comment below. I'm here to help you on your journey to renewed energy and confidence, one simple step at a time. Thank you for watching and taking your health into your own hands.